Isekai, a word that every anime lover is familiar with. It's a subgenre of Japanese manga and anime where the protagonist gets transported to or reborn in another world. However, it's not that simple. Well, you see, back in the good old days, we had isekais like No Game No Life, ReZero, and Konosuba. Just some S-tier quality entertainment that you could never go wrong with. But as we move forward in the history of anime, people change their habits and means of amusement. Simply put, they won't go ahuga, as the saying goes. So to stimulate the big brains of anime lovers, we need new ideas and fresh perspectives. Ladies and gentlemen, and anime lovers, we give you I Was Reborn as a Vending Machine. Excusez-moi? Now that's some fresh perspective. In fact, in the last couple of years, we've seen a rise in the number of wild and unhinged isekais that activated my last remaining brain cells to think, how long do we have until some mad genius out there makes an I was reincarnated as a pair of panties? Hello? Yeah? What? So you mean... okay. So, as it turns out, we already have a novel about that. Thankfully, no one would be mad enough to adapt it into an anime, right? Please don't do it. I mean, take a look. We already had reincarnated as a demon, sword, slime, you name it. We probably have an anime or manga or at least a light novel about it. And the tragedy is that these isekais are the lesser evils. There are far worse isekais that are entirely forgotten even before the end of the season. Just some typical magic demon lord open status menu or something. Take this season for example, summer 2023. You think we maybe have 3 or 4, but no, we have 8 flippin' isekais, my man. How is there any room left for progress when no one gives a damn about quality? Just keep pumping those numbers, baby. We want more. Guys, let's get to 20 isekais next season. Can we hit 20 isekais? Smash the like button if you want 20 isekais. Hell, let's have a season without anything but isekais.
Then have some more
Isekai.
I've got plenty of them.
Now that's evolution. Now that's progress. I guess it's just as simple as supply and demand. Anime lovers love some isekai, and anime companies love some sweet nectar called cash. But do they actually make any profit off of these terrible isekai animes? That's the million-dollar question that I'm trying to find the answer to in this video. Let's just take a moment to think about it. First of all, we need to understand how anime companies make a profit at all. And only then we can maybe try to estimate if an anime series was a success and the company is in the green, or on the other hand, it's flopping and losing money. Now you have to keep in mind that we are talking about anime series, not anime movies. That's a totally different story, because anime movies have the advantage of cinemas. They could be shown in cinemas, and by selling tickets, we can directly make a profit from them. However, with anime series, it's a little bit more complicated than that. Alright, let's get straight into it. There are multiple ways that an anime series could produce positive revenue. First, the obvious one would be selling hard copies of the series, like Blu-ray DVDs. Personally, I think that's not a viable strategy anymore, because these days, streaming services are much more affordable and easier to access. The average anime lover wouldn't bother to purchase hard copies to watch, they're just more expensive. Also, where the hell do you want to keep all of your One Piece episodes? Although it's not a dead business, it is creeping towards its inevitable demise year by year. After nerding around on Reddit and other forums, I came across a fascinating spreadsheet that tracks a lot of anime DVD and Blu-ray sales. By the way, the link is in the description if you want to take a peek, but do it after watching this video. Just by glancing at the sales and the average revenue, you'll notice that DVD sales are still a thing. In 2020, Jujutsu Kaisen Season 1 made around $9.5 million just by DVD and Blu-ray sales in the initial release. Also, most of the animes are based on manga, light novel, or a game. The anime itself itself could be a promotion towards the original sources. When you watch a few episodes of anime, you get hooked on and it's more likely that you would buy the source itself. Second, as I mentioned, anime companies have contracts with streaming services. For example, let's say Studio Mappa makes a banger anime series. Crunchyroll as a streaming service is interested in having that anime series on their platform, so they would engage in some sort of a contract. And what exactly are the terms of these contracts? Does Studio Mappa gets paid a fixed amount of money for a limited amount of time to give the rights to Crunchyroll to stream the anime? Or is it based on views and watch time? Nobody could really know for sure unless you're an insider. But one certain thing is that they do make money by giving the rights of streaming to these services. Third, which is also my favorite, anime merchandise. From your favorite figurines to body pillows, plushies, artwork, jewelry, keychains, detergents, and pretty much anything that you can think of. Anything. Now this could be via a partnership with other companies or individuals. For example, an anime store that sells Attack on Titan merch has to share some of the profits with the production committee that own the rights to it. Or sometimes cafes form partnerships with production committees to create themed decorations and menus, all of which result in a net positive for everyone.
Oi, 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 oi. Astaghfirullah. それはハラムだ。
So to sum everything up, hard copies, streaming services, and merch are the three most important methods of anime companies making some sweet green juice. Now coming back to our main question, do these low-budget animes like the dozens and dozens of isekais each season make a profit or not? The vending machine isekai is particularly the most absurd one in the summer 2023 season. What can I say? It was the main inspiration for this video. A vending machine enthusiast gets dunked on by a vending machine. And guess what happens next? He's reincarnated as a vending machine. Now he can't even talk. He can only use a few sets of sentences like welcome and thank you. I'm just glad that they didn't do anything weird when someone tries to grab the food from the pickup box.
うわ、何や？
ありがとうございました。
なんか出た？手を入れたら食われるとかせえへんよね。
しないしない。だから早く取ってくれ。
やめてください。
Oi, 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 oi.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
I'm sorry about that. Sometimes I can't get a hold of my brain. Bad brain. Bad brain. But isn't this anime just burning resources without any returns? The short answer is, we can't really know. Anime companies are very secretive and hush-hush, especially when it comes to financial matters. And to be honest, the vending machine anime is not that terrible. There are far worse anime each season that only attract a handful of audiences compared to the up dogs. And even those people would dwindle as we approach the season finale. It's debatable whether an anime like this, or this would eventually make back the production expenses. Animators, voice actors, storyboards, and all the other staff members that work on these projects, unsurprisingly, must be paid. So if anime companies keep producing low-tier content, they would eventually go bankrupt. But every now and then, they might come up with bangers and the profits would go up to the roof. This way, they might play it safe with these low-tier animes and make a small profit here and there, or at least make back the production expenses until something hot comes by, so they could go all in again. We also have a lot of cases where anime companies just go bankrupt and disappear for good. At the end of the day, I'm just a small YouTuber that doesn't know what he's talking about. However, I do have a small piece of advice. Please stop making shitty isekais. Well, that's about it. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and all the other good stuff. This was Radicology. Until next time.